Super Bowl 58. Fade you, four idiots. We are back. Super Bowl podcast. Joined with a few of the boys, Chaz McLongwall and my man Kmart. Welcome in, boys. Thanks for being here tonight. I am your host, Joey Cheese. We will be talking about Super Bowl for Sunday night, giving out some opinions, leans, props, some, a couple tickets that the boys have played. So thanks for joining us. Happy to be here. Chaz Kmart, what up, man? Thanks for joining tonight.
I didn't have a choice. You were so demanding. You're like,
I did
we're plotting at 4:45.
I did kind of force you.
And I'm like, all right, Dad. Whatever you say, don't beat me with the belt again.
I did kind of force you, and I appreciate that. Well, I just want to share the pod.
Face, where are you at?
I'm over here grocery shopping in Steamboat, Colorado, because I got to get some food before I hop on the slopes tomorrow.
Wow.
Nice. Jealous. I'd love to be skiing.
I would love to know how to ski. I've only boarded, and now I'm so old, I'm afraid I'll pop an ACL if I ever try that shit again.
So you just start by falling a bunch until you figure it out.
That sounds
Snowboarding so hard, dude.
Can I do it while eating pizza? Since I know like one of those beginner techniques is like do the pizza. Like, would that be?
You can try.
Oh, you're talking about the skis at the angle. Yeah. That was dope. All right, enough of the skiing and pizza talk. Let's get into Super Bowl 58. San Francisco 49ers at the Kansas City Chiefs at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. Sunday night, 6:30 Eastern time. We are looking at San Francisco -2, -125 on the money line. Over under is pretty much set at 47 all week. Chaz, why don't you start us off with any before we get into the game? Actually, you know what? Let's talk about the game first, and we'll do MVP and prop plays after. What do you got here on this game?
This is a tough one for me, man. I think I tried to do a little line analysis as well as X's and O's. From an X's and O's standpoint, it's hard not to like the Niners and the way that they set up in this spot. I see a lot of people posting Chiefs tickets. It sure seems like the Chiefs are a more public play, but I think the futures market is also going to be a little bit of a wild card in this because I know they've been heavily throughout the year. The Niners have, that is. So I'm not sure which side the book's going to need come game time. It's going to be sort of a challenge to parse that out. I lean to the Niners, but I have not played a side just yet. I got a feeling come game time, I'm probably going to get to the window on it. But it's not a super strong feeling.
Okay, I respect that. Welcome in our Chief Sanitation Officer, the one and only Dookie Meister. What's up, brother? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, dads? Hey, what is Chaz long? What are you at, a fucking grocery store or some shit? What?
I'm just in here searching for some groceries, man. I got to go skiing tomorrow morning, so I figure I might want to eat between now and then.
No.
All right, don't
Red Bull.
No,
yeah, Duke, you haven't missed much. I just did a little intro. Talked about we'll give out some sides, player props. If anyone had any, cheers! Yeah, cheers! Happy Friday, boys.
Hey.
It's over February, but I'm a cheater. And look, I didn't know my wife had this teach us, Lord. May the Lord bless these bets. This.
Yeah. Give out some player props, sides, opinions on the total, whatever we got. So I want to save Kmart for last. We know he's the diehard 49er fan. I want to save him for last. So Duke, before we get into player props and totals, any opinion, and most importantly, do you have a bet on this 49ers game?
Yeah, well, I was looking to have someone, you as well. I threw it out to very well. I threw it out to you and others. If you have people that wanted the Chiefs, I was willing to take the action. I ended up doing, I think I did money line minus 120 or something like that on the book already. But I was looking to see if someone wanted to do some money line action on the Chiefs to kind of just, cancel, do the old Latino wager. No spread weight, just straight pinche up. But I've got a lot of people. I'm on the Niners. I mean, I've just got too many people. As people know, I take action from a square. I fucking also will invest if someone wants to make a large wager and I want a stake in that bet. And my buddy's cousin, who's a lifelong loser, we've taken his action for 3 or 4 years on the book, and he nuked Chiefs for 10K last year. Good win, mister, against the Eagles. He's taking that free money he got last year, doubling down, doing 10K again on the Chiefs. Why wouldn't you, right? You got Mahomes against Purdy, the guy that hasn't been there. You got Mahomes. You got the better defense. Even the best better in the world, fucking Billy Walters is saying they've got the better DC. They've got the better D, the better quarterback. Why? All things point towards Chiefs, but as Mr. Hazmat, give me the fucking team that hasn't been there in 4 years. Shanny, fuck it. He's just gonna get over his hump. He blew the 28-3 lead against the GOAT. I'm taking the fucking Shanster. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. Shout out in the chat, my boy Rusty Betts, also known as Justin, spelled Justin. Great guy, good friend of mine. First of all, Jordan Spieth is absolutely trash, but thank you for your comment. Can't hold Justin Thomas's jockstrap. But yeah, I want to talk a little bit about this 49ers Chiefs game. I haven't given out a play yet on it, so I will give my play out now. Cheese. Let me take it back a little bit. Let me take a step back. So most of you know I got two daughters. My daughter went to school today, and I guess it was like Super Bowl day at school. They did some like arts and crafts shit. She's only 4 years old. I just want to show you what she made for me, and it made my mind up for me. I was already going that way, but give me motherfucking Patty Mahomes. Give me Patty Mahomes money line plus 115 for 2 units. All right, this one's for my baby girl Shay.
What's the outline? Like
No
unless you're doing alt line, you're not confident. So
no alt lines this weekend.
It's a loser. It's a loser.
Give me Patty Mahomes to bring the shit back to Kansas City again. It's really simple for me, boys. I refuse to put money on Brock Purdy again. I've been saying it all season. I don't care if I am on the square side because I know I am. Brock Purdy is absolute fucking garbage. I think he is trash. This 49ers defense has looked fraudulent since Christmas when the Ravens did whatever the fuck they wanted. Jordan Love did whatever he wanted. Jared Goff exposed them. I think Patty Mahomes and the Swifties run fucking wild on Sunday. Give me Patty Mahomes and Taylor Swift to get the fucking dub. So official play, Chiefs money line plus. I got it at plus 113 for 2 units. So go ahead. I'll let all you motherfuckers rush me all at once. Go ahead.
But my only beef with it is this sounds like we're handicapping quarterbacks. I thought we were handicapping football teams. I mean, there's 20 other guys out on the football field out there. So I guess it's why I'm a little hesitant on the Chiefs, because the big narrative is that, oh, Patrick Mahomes is so much better than Brock Purdy. And like, I don't disagree, but at the same time, he's not the only guy out there. So I'm going to rely on a well-coached Shanahan team more than likely to just get the job done as a unit. And, maybe Patrick Mahomes gets a few licks in, but I just don't know if he's got enough to take on an entire squad like that.
Yeah, like listen, I'm not here. This ain't a UConn type bet where there's no Kansas City all minus 8.5 being placed. I do know I am on the square side, tickets, like everything, Kansas City everywhere. But for me, what it really boiled down to is I think Travis Kelce, Rashid Rice, Pacheco, Kelce, like I think these boys run wild. I'm not convinced that McCaffrey's going to run wild on this Chiefs defense. I know all I've been hearing all week is Kansas City's, their run defense is trash, blah blah blah. I think I'm going to take Coach Andy Reid over almost anybody in the NFL, probably 99 times out of 100. I think Shanahan is fucking trash. I think that Atlanta game fucking killed him. He's too hesitant. He's a huge fucking bitch. He's scared to turn the ball over. He's scared to fucking take chances. I wouldn't be surprised if Shanahan cost his team the game this weekend. That's just my opinion.
Again.
It's funny.
Yeah, but listen, I want to let Kmart in so he could roast me. Diehard 49er fan, and even you can't deny that Purdy is absolute fucking trash.
I mean, statistically, he had better numbers than Mahomes this season with 2 concussions. So I guess Mahomes is trash too.
I play by the eye test.
No,
hey, he's just a good game manager. Just like,
might be the first time in my life I've ever agreed with Cam Newton.
Oh God, are you a vegan?
That's how you know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Anybody who's got fucking macaroni in their hat is not to be trusted.
Oh,
Kmart, what do you got on this game, bud? I want to hear your opinion. Try to take your feelings out of it, even though we know that's impossible.
I mean, I had a future on the Niners before we got here, so I was very happy to not lose it 2 weeks ago. It wasn't looking good. But then, the line came out. It was literally, by the time it opened, it was -2. So I just said, fuck it, put more on the money line. I think at that time it was -125. Chaz, can you mute your mic?
I'm sorry.
No worries. And then, I kept watching the market, and the Chiefs were getting pounded. My book gave me 49ers pick, maxed that out again. So, I basically got the Niners to win for more money than I've ever bet on a football game in my life. So it's pretty exciting. And
how much of that's a homer in you, though? Honestly, I'm being serious.
I mean, probably the future bet was the homer, just because, this is the year. But
yeah, it's fun to do. I do that every
like
year
the fact
with my teams.
I love the fact they should have lost the last 2 games. I love it. Because at the end of the day, they showed what everybody was saying that they couldn't do. Purdy can't lead a team from behind. Shanahan can't win in the fourth quarter. They've nixed those last 2 narratives. True, it's still a small sample size, but I mean, the only thing I really disagree with you is, I love McCaffrey in this game. I don't know if he's going to run and receive for over 200 yards, do anything crazy like that, but I think it's going to be a fast game, as fast as a Super Bowl will allow, because commercials are going to be half the game. So I mean, I do like the under as well. I'm going to play that for fun, but I love that because I think both teams are going to take advantage of 2 soft run defenses. Niners are going to probably drop in the zone, and I'll go into it now. My sleeper for MVP is Charvarius Ward. I think he's going to make a critical play, pick off Mahomes. He play with Mahomes, practice against him plenty of time. I think he's going to make a big play. Unlike shout out Jaquiski Tart, he's going to actually catch a pick and maybe seal the game for him. We'll see.
I do really love the defensive angle with the MVP. I'll be going that way also. Yeah, Duke, any opinion on the total here?
Yeah, obviously when you bet poop, you love to see punts and block kicks and all kinds of shit. I lean under too. I've got a couple guys that want to nuke. Obviously, like I said, my fade guy, one of my fade guys is doing a parlay, obviously correlated Chiefs to over. Yeah, why not? Take it down to 42. All right, how does it not get over 42? 23-20, your free money. I mentioned to you guys in the group text, I'd love obviously like a 21-14 game, something like tight like that. Keep it under, maybe even lower. Obviously, we know that game against the Rams and Patriots was disgusting. I looked back. I cannot believe that was in the 50s and it ended like fucking 2-0. I think a safety won that game. But and I think who won the MVP that year? Was it Edelman because he made one catch or something?
Edelman did win the MVP. Yep.
Yeah. So I lean under as well. And quick note, this is under the radar because we don't really pay attention to that. But I think the Chiefs are like 15-1 their last 16. Their second halves are fucking unbelievable. I mean, obviously
to the under.
Like, dude, they just stopped. Like, I mean, obviously we know they didn't score a point last 2 weeks ago against the Ravens. They just held their lead. It's like unbelievable. They just, Andy Reid will grind you. He'll get it at the 10, get it out to the 50, pin you. Get a stop, get it back at the 20, get 30, 40 yards.
Do it again.
It's like
8 minutes off the clock every time.
Yeah, and it's just beautiful for us under bettors. So I'm sure I will be on the under. And yeah, man.
What are the Chiefs on the under for the year? Because I mean, everyone just talks about Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but they've been a run heavy offense a lot of the year. So it's been a sneaky play all year. I gotta imagine they tilt that way, especially when you start talking about totals getting into the mid to upper 40s.
I think
any real opinion on the over under here from you?
I would definitely lean under. Yeah, I would definitely lean under. I wouldn't say it's super strong. Like, oh my God, this number's way off. Obviously the Niners put up a lot of points, and if the game tilts towards the Niners, there's going to be some points scored. But if the Chiefs have their way and they are able to stuff McCaffrey, I could definitely see this being a pretty low scoring game.
I think the last decade of games has been under. I think the last year and then the year when it was Foles and Brady when it went way the fuck over. Those are the two overs. But I think it's like 7-2 or 8-2. It's been a pretty good bet to under game.
Also a super small sample size going, but so I agree. So yeah, for me it would be the under or pass here. My MVP play that I played yesterday, which I will give out here in a minute, correlates with the under. I like Kansas City 21-20 in this game. But yeah, we'll get into some MVP talk. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you mind if I rip mine off real quick so I can help carry some stuff out the door?
Not at all. Go ahead.
So everybody keeps talking McCaffrey for the Niners as far as the MVP. I think he's an interesting way to look at it.
Are you talking to Kmart?
I am talking to Kmart. I actually look at it. I think if the Niners look, that's going to be obvious, and I think the Chiefs are going to game plan to try to stop them and make Purdy beat them. I like Debo. I think Debo is the gadget guy that's going to get a lot of those weird carries, weird catches, get out in space. I could totally see him if the Niners actually show up and play a good game offensively. I could see him with a couple touchdowns because he's going to be a misfit for that defense, and the focus is going to be on stopping McCaffrey. So I would definitely look at Debo if I was going to pick an offensive MVP for the Niners.
Do you have a number on him? What he was?
I don't have it off.
Hey, Mark, you look that up real quick?
Man, it wouldn't be that quick.
Kmart will pull that up in a heartbeat.
I can get it real quick.
He's been like a little bit more of a non-factor the last few weeks.
I know he's
So
plus 140 to score a touchdown.
I mean, I think he was plus 500 like last week because McCaffrey was plus 300.
Okay. All right. So
I just think there's going to be a definite game plan to try to stop McCaffrey. So if that's the goal to stop McCaffrey, then I think Shanahan's smart enough to just use his other pieces.
that's the problem. I don't think Shanahan's smart enough to do that. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the game plan is definitely got to stop CMC first. I totally agree with that. Yeah. All right, Duke. Any opinion on an MVP before we wrap up here in a few minutes?
Debo Samuel is plus 1,800 for MVP.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
Nice.
So
No, not really. I mean, I think I heard something like a quarterback has won it like fucking 70-80% of the time. I mean, it's usually a quarterback.
It might even be more. It might even be more than that.
Yeah. So I mean, I love the angle though. Obviously, we know what's his name? Was Von Miller the last defensive guy?
8 years. I think it was 8 years ago. I was on him. Yeah.
Oh, you got him. What number did you get?
I had 12-1. Kelly said she had 50-1. What's his name from her
I mean, that
show?
makes sense too because we knew what's his name was washed up, Peyton Manning. But
yeah, I mean, a couple of people had some big numbers. I had him at 12-1.
Yeah, I mean, what's? I mean, I wouldn't bet leaning the Niners side. I mean, what is Purdy at? Is Purdy at like a decent number or?
Purdy's at. Let me look. Purdy's at minus 400 to get his shit fucking rocked. Yeah, that's all I said.
So he should be like 8-1 for the.
That's all I said. Yeah.
Are you saying for MVP, Chris?
Yeah.
He's plus 200.
Oh, see that's too small.
I think Patty's the favorite at plus 140.
Yeah, I got plus 110. Ooh,
When was the last time? When was the last time the favorite to win the MVP was on the underdog? That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he has a game like obviously like Kmart just mentioned, when you come back from behind and you lead a team down, obviously we know if Purdy's the guy, if they're down and he leads them down the field and has a few scores and doesn't throw too many picks, and uses his legs again, it's probably going to be him. But that's kind of a short number. But if it was 4-1.
Yeah, so I did play the MVP market. Looking for a defensive fucking struggle, slugfest. I'm looking for a low-scoring game. Speaking of Von Miller, this will be the first time I have played a defensive player in the NBA in the MVP market since that game. I played Chris Jones at 100-1. I think he can make a difference on the defensive side of the ball. Looking for maybe two and a half sacks, maybe a strip sack, maybe a deflection up in the air, interception. I'm looking for something to be game changing here. Looking for some value. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Chris Jones is a lock to win the MVP. I am looking to make some money in this spot. So yeah, I played on Chris Jones at plus 10,000.
Wow. Clara doesn't like that. She thinks that's terrible.
Of course she hates it. She knows I'm betting against her dad. Listen, real quick, any last thoughts before we get out of here?
The coin toss is going to be heads. I will be on heads.
What'd you lay for juice?
Probably fairly large because I'm an idiot, and it's by far my favorite bet of the Super Bowl. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I'm gonna hammer CMC for MVP at plus 400. I liked it at 300. I like the way it's going up and not down. I've seen this motherfucker playing these big games a lot. Obviously, playing at Stanford, beating the shit out of USC time and time again. Seen it. It's great at breaking tackles. All I've been saying all week, Chiefs don't miss tackles. So, they have two great corners, and Sneed and McDuffie, I think, is going to help silence Debo and Ayuk a little bit. So, I mean, even sleeper on Kittle. But I love McCaffrey. I think if the Niners win, it's going to be because of McCaffrey and nobody else.
Okay. Well, the dads don't always agree, but most importantly, we always get along. Thanks, guys, for a great show. Duke, we remind everyone what happens sometimes when you bet on teams like Detroit Mercy.
Yeah, you get +7. They hang with it till the end, and they lose by 11. It's okay. It's okay.
How about even better? How about when they get down 4 points with 6 minutes left and lose by 33?
How about Robert Morris? We're looking good. Ugly fave. Go to overtime. Lay the dud.
I'm just happy Duke's on the Niners with me this time. So fuck you, cheese.
All right, boys. Hey, good show. We'll holler at y'all later.